All right, we need to add our first view, and this is a little bit involved, and once we set it up, it's really nice to use, but to begin with, it can be a little bit tricky. So our site comes with this file, not this one, that's the wrong one, urls.py. We can read through this. I would definitely recommend reading through that. I'm not going to read through that for you, just because that's honestly a waste of your time. And then we have these things called URL patterns. And URL patterns is going to match some sort of path to some sort of logic. And for us, that results in localhost port 8000/admin. Now we can change that admin if we wanted to by changing it to my admin or literally anything else we want. I'm going to keep it as admin just for the sake of keeping things simple. But now let's say we want to add a new homepage. We need to overwrite the one that Django gave us. And Django gave us this one right here. We don't want this anymore. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but we want to see something else. We want to make this our own application. Now our application is going to look really ugly, and then we're going to make it look really nice. So we're going to work on the back end first, and then we're going to add the front end later. So we need to add some URLs in here. Now, it doesn't really matter where we start. We need to do a bunch of things sort of at the same time. So what I'm going to do is in this folder here, I'm going to create a new file called urls.py, and that's just going to live beside my models.py and my admin.py. Now in here, we're going to be doing a few different things. So first of all, let's go ahead and say from django.urls import a path. And we saw this in the previous file, Django URLs import path. We want to use something like this. Now we're going to create our own URL patterns, and this is simply a list of paths. Let's go ahead and also give this an app name, and this is going to be used for namespacing. We'll talk about namespacing a little bit later, but for now, let's just go with it. We're going to give this an app name called feed. Then we're going to give it URL patterns is equal to a list. And this is going to